It's not often you can say this, but maybe the first one to double digits just might win this ball game. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, glad to be with you on the Toyota College Football Preview Show. We're breaking down 9th-ranked Virginia Tech and its first ever trip to LSU, number 2 in the country. And for more on the Week 2 matchup, we bring in Spencer Tillman from Houston, as we will every week. And Spencer, last year the Hokies were first in total defense. Tigers were third. Both brought back a majority of their parts. Two combined to give up just 7 points in Week 1. But fundamentally, which defense do you like better?
Well, fundamentally, Virginia Tech impresses me, but in terms of their playmaking, creative ability, I've got to go with a Bo Pelini coach defense, because historically, wherever Bo has been, they produce not only tackles, but turnovers. And so that's going to be key in this game. And I think Virginia Tech, as we talked about off camera, is probably going to settle down, ironically, away from home, even in a difficult place like Death Valley, because the emotion last week was just a little bit too much. But the question, to your point, is defense, and I think that LSU's Bo Pelini has got the best. Well,
anytime you get in a defensive battle, Spencer, clearly winning the line of scrimmage is maybe the most important thing. Brandon Orr, though, against East Carolina really struggled. The running back for Virginia Tech, who got over 1,000 yards last season, averaged under 3 per carry. How big of a key is he in this game to allow Sean Glennon to have a good game at the quarterback spot?
Well, it's going to be very important, Jason. And I think you really hit on the key as far as Virginia Tech is concerned. You look historically, Virginia Tech has never really impressed you because they've been a balanced team. They've never done anything over the top, whether it's running or passing. Of course, when Michael Vick was there, he was certainly prolific in both those areas, but they have always featured balance offensively. I think Brandon Orr can really help take pressure off the quarterback position if he gets 100 yards. It's going to be very difficult to do that in a tough place to play at night in Death Valley. But if he can get 100 yards, I think that gives him their best chance of success.
Break down the quarterbacks here, Spencer. Sean Glennon versus Matt Flynn. Which one would you rather have in this ball game?
Well, at home, in this particular case, certainly Matt Flynn, because everyone goes back a couple of years ago when he dismantled Miami in their bowl game, and they hung a 0 spot on him defensively. Miami had no answer for him. So I think the problem is the experience factor is really a non-factor in this one. He's demonstrated, in my opinion, that he can play in big game situations, and this is about as big as it gets. If you talk to the folks down there at LSU, they believe that they're a national championship team, and yes, number 2 is one thing, but secretly they're talking about winning it all. And so USC may be a prolific ball club, but they believe that they own that top spot.
Now, for Virginia Tech to stay in this ball game, they have to take care of the football. Sean Glennon cannot throw interceptions like he did a little bit last season, and he also had one against East Carolina. All right, Spencer, it's for a jump start on a trip to the national championship. As you alluded to, who wins it?
Well, LSU is going to win it. There's no way you overcome the atmosphere at night at Death Valley. Simply put, LSU's defense. Plus, I will say this as a little caveat. Gary Crowton, their offensive coordinator, and Les Miles have got to get on the same page. They have got to open up that offense and not let it become this hybrid kind of affair like it is, because that's not Gary Crowton. That's not what he does. When he was at La Tech, they led the nation back in '98, 423 yards per game in the passing department. That's more like them. I don't think this hybrid thing is going to work for them. I look for that identity to be identified in this particular contest. Therefore, I think LSU will dominate the game.
And, of course, Gary Crowton replacing Jimbo Fisher, who's now at Florida State and has problems of his own. All right, thanks a lot, Spencer, for the knowledge. We'll get back to you a little bit more later this week.
All right, Jason, we'll see you, my man.
All right, folks, there you have it, a breakdown of LSU and Virginia Tech. The Hokies coach Frank Beamer, he is going for career win number 200. Spencer doesn't think he'll get it. We'll have to find out. For Spencer Tillman, I'm Jason Horowitz. For more on this game or the rest of Week 2 in college football, keep it right here at CBSSports.com. Take care.